Hey guys, what's going on? More of it's JK here, and welcome back to another episode of the F1 2020 My Team Career Mode. And in today's episode, guys, we're going to be taking on the Belgian Grand Prix. And as you can see, guys, we're actually paying attention to our chassis. We have one of the worst chassis on the grid. And I did a bit of research, and I've realised aerodynamics is DRS mainly. Chassis is weight reduction, which makes the car feel so nice as well. Powertrain is the engine power. Durability is tyre wear and ERS management. That's pretty important, but not the most important when you have short races. Facilities as well, really nice as well. So yeah, getting into the qualifying, we did have a running practice in this video, guys. Obviously, I've not recorded it because I don't record this stuff. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Right then, guys, as you can see, I'm going to go with increased downforce. I don't know if that was the right decision or not. But yeah, here we go. Increased downforce, guys. Let's see how we do going in on the soft tyres. Let's see how we get on in qualifying. So, as you can see, here we go, getting ready to start. Come on, Jake, load it, you idiot. Right, here we go. 5 red lights on the qualifying session, and we're off. All right. So, first corner, the hairpin, one of the most dangerous corners on the F1 calendar, and it was well taken, and now we can get a good power off. Well, we can get off the power nice and early and get going up the hill. I did go quite sheepish up the hill throughout this race, but it did actually hinder me quite a bit. I did have loads of notes that I wanted to talk about, but I've left it again downstairs, so I am going to have to just leave it and try to remember some of this stuff. But yeah, guys, let's get down into this corner, and it is a bit wide off the racing line, and we have now finally dropped out. I was like, before this, I was like, oh god, here we go again, another P1 that we're going to drop down to like P10. But we actually don't do that bad in this race. But yeah, next season, guys, I want to have longer qualifying. I want to have longer races. I want to have more races. I want to just play more of the game. Because this season, I'm reluctant to want to win races. Next season, I want to win races and get many podiums. The season after, I'll be going for the World Championship. And then I'll probably end it if I win the World Championship there. So next season, we're going to challenge for the title and wins. Even if the car is awful, I'm going to challenge for that. I'm going to push as hard as I can in every single race. And yeah, we're just going to see how well we can do. But yeah, guys, down into P... We've gone wide. So yeah, we're going to have to flash back there, of course, because that was a really big mistake on my part. That's my fault, guys. And I'm sorry for that. However, we are back in. And let's see if we can get... Like, this corner was a pain for me all weekend. As you can see there, we turned in a bit too early, which cost us a bit of time. But we've dropped down now to P8. Not going too well, is it? It's not going well at all. And, yeah. But as you can see, guys, the Mercedes is just so quick compared to us. I feel like if we had that... Yeah, we go really slow through there. But yeah, if we had that weight reduction, then I feel like we'd be doing even better. But yeah, we were P18 going into this corner, and we've managed to claw it back to P14, which is respectable. But yeah, I feel like even if I'm challenging for the world title, next season, if I sign a decent driver, they're not going to do well, and they're going to struggle in my poor car. But yeah, help me with that, please.
We're in Belgium once again for today's round of the Formula One World Championship. It's a race. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The fence starts from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Leclerc, Sebastian Vettel, and Perez, Albon, Ricciardo, Sainz, and Lance Stroll, Ocon, Norris, Pierre Gasly, and the owner driver, Fiat, Raikkonen, Romain Grosjean, and Kevin Magnussen, Giovinazzi, Russell, Schumacher, and Nicholas Latifi.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
Alright then, guys, so 5 red lights for the Belgian Grand Prix, and it's lights out and away we go. We are now going down the outside of Lando Norris, Esteban Ocon. Lance Stroll is just in front of us now. Going down around the outside, we've gone really wide off that corner, and we've come back on track in P14. But we're argy-bargy with Lando Norris coming up the hill now. Really tight between the two Brits. Well, I'm actually an international driver, you know what I mean? I can represent Taiwan one week, and then India the next, and then the USA the next week. You know, I'm just a bit of everything, you know. But yeah, there we go. We've managed to get the move done on Lando Norris, and that is very well done indeed from myself. But yeah, we are going to have to defend and do a bit of work. But as you can see, guys, in this corner, we've gone around the outside, just about keeping it within track limits here. And we've gone around the outside of Carlos Sainz. We're going down the inside of Lance Stroll, but we back out to avoid a collision there with Daddy's cash, because his dad wouldn't be happy. Probably sue me, even though he don't need the money. But yeah, Daddy's cash wouldn't be too happy with that. So yeah, we back out in the move, and yeah, we're actually not doing too bad so far. Up 2 positions, which isn't amazing, but yeah, it's going pretty decently. That's all I'm going to say. It's going pretty decently. But yeah, guys, as I was saying before the race started, like, I was talking about if I get a driver and the car's not going to be good enough and they can't push up at the grid a lot, like, I was thinking maybe we get Lando Norris on board. We get Lando Norris on board and the car's still awful. He's not going to be happy, is he? We're going to do terrible. So maybe I get, not maybe someone like a Lando Norris, but maybe someone with not as high expectations. Like, if Kimi Räikkönen doesn't retire, I'd probably go with Kimi. But it doesn't really matter. But yeah, as you can see, guys, we have made a move. Oh, no, actually, we haven't made a move. But yeah, as you can see, guys, we are now going to the right, and we've faked the right, and we have gone to the left. We have dived down the inside of Lance Stroll and Ocon, and we've crashed into Albon. Hence why we're going to flashback. But I was actually really shocked by the manoeuvrability of the car there. This car's not meant to be decent. But yeah, we're here in the same situation again. We've gone left, and we faked the left and gone right, and we've dive-bombed him and Danny Kvyat. Almost Danny Kvyat, actually. Get a bit of contact with Danny Kvyat, but no damage, and we didn't get a warning for that either. Kvyat, though, I think he did drop down by an absolute ton as well, which is unfortunate for Danny. That's my fault. But I didn't get collision for it. I didn't get a warning or a penalty. So we take it. But yeah, I was struggling up the hill. And there's a yellow flag, and we're resumed. And there's another yellow flag, and a safety car. My first safety car on the F1 game. And Kevin Magnussen has gone out of the race. This is my first safety car of the year, guys. I've never been driving. I've never drove under the safety car before. And we are actually going to come into the pits for a set of medium compound tyres. Now, something does happen in the pit stops, because I think everybody comes in. And I don't think everyone had to come in, because people could have just kept going and then pit the next lap. But when you're in this situation, you've got to pit as early as possible. But some teams do double stack. That's all I'm going to say. And, yeah. Just trying to keep car tyre temperatures up. I've actually learned how to do that now, guys. Because if you go right, the left heats up. If you go left, the right heats up. And that's what I've learned. Pretty nice, yeah. Pretty shifty. But, yeah. Really well done from myself to get myself into P10. Dive bombed a couple of cars. Done really well so far. I am actually trying to push, but when I get close to that delta time going over, the auto AI actually makes me brake, and it's really annoying. So yeah, we are going to have to, and I also want to push up to like 80% AI by the end of next year as well, if we haven't already pushed up. But yeah, this is the kind of race I like. I started from P14. I made my way through the grid. But yeah, as you can see, we are going to come into the pits, and we're going to see who is double stacking in this race. So we're going to have a look, and the cars behind us we don't know about yet, and I've actually paused it, but yeah, here we go. So the Mercedes are double stacking, the Ferraris are double stacking, the Red Bulls, I don't know, McLarens I think are, Renaults are, actually almost everyone is double stacking, but because I am the lead car for my team, we are actually going to come in here, and we're back out, and we are ahead of Lewis Hamilton, and Sebastian Vettel. We are ahead of Hamilton and Vettel. That is absolutely insane, guys. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And I actually started racing and I was like, oh my god, we're gaining so much time on Danny Rick. And then I realised, oh yeah, safety car. I was actually really tempted to go for a move on Danny Rick, but then I realised safety car. But yeah, we are about to skip ahead though, guys. We are about to skip ahead to when the safety car comes in. And here we are, guys. Lap 3 is when we cut, and we come back on lap 4 at the end of lap 4, going on to lap 5. And here we go, guys. Already trying to get a jump on Danny Rick, but I can't overtake until there's green flags. And yeah, so here we go. As the cars race and there's green flags, go, go, go time. And I knew straight away what I was going to do. I knew I was going to go for a dive bomb on Ricciardo. I knew that I had to. So I've dive bombed Danny Ricciardo, just about missing the back of Sergio Perez, going a bit wide, but we end up in a drag race with the Renault, which is a far better car, but we've just been able to go past him there, get a bit ahead, and Danny Ricciardo has to concede the position. But yeah, I think this is called Blanchiment. No, I don't know. Oh yeah, and then we make a mistake. It wouldn't be an It's JK My Team career mode video without me using at least 18 flashbacks, because I'm awful around in F1, but I'm just having a lot of fun with the series. I don't want to be in an amazing car. I want to be like in a midfield car and pushing up. But as you can see, guys, now we've got Ricciardo coming in. We're actually going defensive here, and he's coming in, and we are later under the brakes, more brave under the brakes than Danny Ricciardo. We have to brake a second time because we actually broke too early, and we've been able to go past Danny Ricciardo. And I think that's the move done now. I don't think Danny Rick will bite back at us now, unless he has a little go on the inside here. We've gone wide. He has a little bit of a luck, but he has to hold back due to Lewis Hamilton coming in, one of the fastest cars on the grid behind you. You've got to, like, you see me in one of the slowest cars, but a really good driver on the game. Or you've got a really good AI, really good car behind you. Who are you going to try? Are you going to try push for me and let Lewis Hamilton come? Or are you going to defend and then maybe get Lewis Hamilton as a train? I would honestly if like Lewis Hamilton was pressuring me and I still had made a stop, I'd probably let Lewis go past and then just hang off the back of him with ERS and slipstream and stuff and DRS. Even though DRS doesn't really work in this game for me for some reason, I don't feel the effects of it. Same with fuel and overtake mode and rich mix and ERS deployment. Mainly probably because I use auto for all that stuff. But I feel like next season, guys, I want to do the fuel mix myself. I feel like ERS I can leave, but I want to do the fuel mix myself. Gearbox is a bit too much for me. I feel like eventually I will be able to do ERS, but it's just going to be really difficult for me. I feel like I'd probably go lean in the corners and rich on the straights and like places like this. I'd probably overfuel the car quite a bit just so I could use more fuel. But as you can see, we're going to go for a bit of a dive bomb here on Sergio Perez with a little bit of argy-bargy. We've got past him there, holding off Sergio Perez. Now we go a bit wide. Perez tries to go up the inside, but we've held off Sergio Perez, and Max Verstappen now is ahead of us, along with Charles Leclerc. And here we go. We're making a dive bomb down the inside of Max Verstappen, but this time, no mistakes. Verstappen actually tries to go around the outside, but we are able to keep the position. And now we're going to look. And it must have been Grosjean and Magnussen who connected, because those two have got warnings and Magnussen retired. But he does say mechanical issue. So maybe he crashed into him, which caused the mechanical issue. I don't know. But yeah. Now coming up the hill, and Max Verstappen is coming for us. And is Sergio Perez. And it looks like right now, guys, both of them are coming on the outside of me. Yeah, both of them are coming. We're going to have to try to defend to one. And luckily, under the brakes, we are able to outbrake both of them. And we keep the position. By the way, guys, if you've made it this far in the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. This channel has been getting a load more views since I started doing F1, and I love F1. Go check out my career mode video as well that I've made for this year so far. There will be more coming, guys. Don't worry about that. But yeah, here we go. George Russell now, or Williams, going really slow. Obviously, Leclerc's gone past him, and he's still on the soft combat tyres. Like, honestly, I don't know why, but yeah. George Russell now, he's going to be a bit of a roadblock for us if we stay behind him for too long. But what I've realised is, you've got to get like 3 temps behind a car before you think about making a move. But what I do, I find it hard to stay behind a car without being tempted to go for a move. Especially if they're like a Williams, because I just want to get a move done on them. But yeah, trying to ride the slipstream of George Russell, like, look, we're 2 temps behind. If I had DRS right now, I would overtake him. I don't have DRS yet, and of course, because I'm a really bad driver, I concede a bit of time. But as you can see, guys, we're going to go down the inside of George Russell, and a bit of contact with the Brit, and we are through, and we are into P8, in this race. And as you can see on the top left of your screen, DRS is now enabled, and the driver ahead of Charles Leclerc is Mick Schumacher in P6, the highest he's probably ever ran in F1 before, especially in this season. Come on, Mick, lad. Hold up Charles for me so I can get on the back of you two. But yeah, guys, as soon as George Russell's in, you guys will see what happens. But yeah, we have DRS coming down the main straight now. We're actually losing time to the Ferrari, and my teammate and Charles Leclerc has got him on the straight. So a bit unfortunate there, but it's okay. I wish you could call team orders on this game just to make your other driver come through. But you can't. That's just not possible. It's just not. And by the way, guys, Bahrain Grand Prix this week, I'm really looking forward to that. So, yeah, watch practice on record because I was on school. But yeah, now we're into the fast parts, which therefore means we are close to the end, guys. And my new editing app has allowed me to go quicker than 2 speed. So I can now go to like 100 speed. It's crazy. And by the way, guys, I'm thinking about starting a Minecraft series at the weekends and stuff. If I get a bit more, I need a bit more time to do it, though. Yeah. But yeah, it's going to be really difficult to do with my time management, especially as it's Minecraft and you need a load of grind. But yeah, RIP Maradona as well. Really unfortunate. Great guy, other than the handball. But yeah, he will be missed, I guess. He will definitely be missed. But yeah, we are currently fastest lap, and we are in the podium position. But George Russell is in, and look at that. Max Verstappen has caught up with us by like a whole second on a straight. That just shows in clean air, these cars are so much quicker than me. So yeah, it's just really tough. But yeah, there will be a FIFA video out as well at the weekend. It's basically just going to be stuff. I'm probably doing objectives at the weekend, thinking about it now. But yeah, Max Verstappen has got us, and yeah, we spin, but we use a flashback, so it's all good. And I did actually DNF from this race at one point. I had a collision with George Russell, Lando Norris on the first lap. It was actually after I flashbacked, and basically George Russell, Lando Norris, we were toe-to-toe, and I went a bit too far to the right, and he clipped me, and I spun about 14 times, and I got crashed into, and I retired from the session. But I was able to flashback, so we had another go. But yeah, fastest lap has been taken away, and with this level of tyre wear, I don't think it's going to be possible to get that back, which is really unfortunate, which therefore means, guys, the position is gone, but we have stayed around 6 tenths behind him, and we're using flashbacks just to try keeping that distance, because I know if I fall too far back, I'm not going to be able to get my podium. But then I realised, you know what, P4 is brilliant. We're 3 seconds ahead of Sergio Perez. I was using so many flashbacks on this last lap just to try keep in touching distance of Max. But it will be to no prevail. Like, I lose so much time there, and I'm like, come on, I can get him. But we can't. He saves a load of fuel for the last lap, and we push too hard, so we're just going to have to concede the position. And just let him have it, I guess. So, yeah, that is it. A really decent end, and I was actually really disappointed. Like, I literally come to a standstill on the line. I was quite disappointed, but I shouldn't be. I did it really well. Driver of the day as well, as you'll see. And it is P4, which is not bad. It's absolutely brilliant.
What a great race then, and what a magnificent victory here at the Belgium Grand Prix. And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the Drivers' Table. Valtteri Bottas passes his rival to take over the lead of the Drivers' Championship. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Anthony Davidson, who do you pick?
I'm going to give it to the owner-driver today. There was a lot going on all down the field, but they were the only one who I really felt maximised their potential.
Let's move on to the constructor.
Amazing performance out there. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that. It's looking like the championship is already won. Do you think there's still time for this to change? You were cutting your way through the field during the race. It's safe to say you're smashing everyone's expectations, isn't it? Appreciate your time.
Our new parts have been completed without issue. They'll be on the car ready for the next race weekend.
So yeah, guys, that is all for this video. I'd like to say thank you for watching, guys. Look at this, Lando Norris, 90 race pace, 88 awareness, 82 pace, and 58 experience. It's not bad. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next episode, where hopefully we'll be making some more upgrades and moving on to the Italian Grand Prix, which I'm actually pretty decent around, with Sebastian Vettel. I started P4 on just a race. I went to P1 and I set fastest laps on every single lap. And in the last lap, I set 3 purple sectors and I beat the fastest lap by 2 seconds. But it was only on like 50% AI at that point. We're now on 60% now. So yeah, it's going to be tough, but hopefully we can get a decent result, maybe push for a podium or something. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Enjoy the last 50 seconds.